lot of things happened recently that I still can't digest. I'm sure I'm not the only one who's shocked and hurt by seungri and other idols who participated in the scandal. I also wasn't sure if I actually wanted to do this video, if I should address this big topic, since I actually had a whole other video in my head and I also was scared. But this big issue actually haunted me and gave me so much headache in the last few days that I wanted to address this situation. I also realized that there are a lot of fans still not completely understanding this whole mess and who also definitely deserve to know the truth. So therefore, I will explain the major things that happened in the scandal, and I will also, of course, will link you my sources since it's a very important topic and I want you guys to trust me. If you already know what happened and if you already know the whole timeline of these things, you can just skip to this timestamp. To all the others, I will explain you all the important things a bit more clearly and a bit more with a lot of information. So let's get started. So the first question I want to clear out is what happened and how did it come to all of this? It all started with a video posted by Kim Sang-kyo on Instagram in January being involved in a fight at a club called Burning Sun where Seungri was sitting on the board of directors. This incident occurred last year in November. He later reported that he was sure that the police officers that were involved in this were bribed and treated him unfairly. This act of violence started because Sang-kyo actually wanted to protect a woman that hid behind him, scared and suffering from sexual assault. After this incident, fans of Seungri and VIPs didn't really understand why he got involved in this case in the first place, since he wasn't at the club at that time. But Seungri still apologized for that incident and agreed that it was horrible and that he hopes this incident will not occur anymore. So at this point, everyone thought it would be over and that it was just a little accident happening in a club where coincidentally Seungri worked in the business aisle. A whole month after that, in February, KakaoTalk group chat messages were published by SBS where Seungri allegedly talked about finding prostitutes for business partners, even talking about finding girls that will sleep with them easily. YG of course denied the sex bribery allegations and made sure that those were completely fake, even quoting Seungri's own words. Furthermore, YG stated to take strong legal action against people who were spreading this rumor. 2 weeks after that, Seungri retired from the entertainment industry, left Big Bang and YG Entertainment. In an Instagram post, he stated that he had become an enemy of the people and that he wanted to stop hurting others. But he still denied anything that involved him in this group chat. A few days after this post, an investigation made clear that Seungri was indeed in this group chat and wrote these messages. So basically, proved that the messages were real. Along this investigation, till now, Jun Hyung and Jung Hyun also left their groups in the music industry. Jun Hyung even confessed of taking illegal pictures and videos of sexual intercourse with women without her consent. There were also messages where Seungri and Jun Hyung talked about bribing police officers and talking badly about the South Korean laws and how easy it is to break them. Now I actually want to talk about it in my own words and I want to make a little rant about what happened, what I feel about this whole incident. And to be honest, it's not just a disappointment, but it's also that hurt and that just sadness that I feel towards the girls that got raped and assaulted. And it's just so horrible to see all of this just blew up in just 2 months. And all the lies that Seungri and the other boys just said just makes everything clear that fans can just completely make a fool out of themselves, completely believing the idols they love and support. And now at this point, no fan can actually be sure of their own biases and their own idols that they love, no matter what group it is or from which company coming from. I also want to say that this video, when I post this, that I'm 100% sure there are also going to come up more names in the industry from a lot of different groups, from a lot of different companies. And it's just so sad. And I think this is just a whole proof that you can't trust idols easily. That idols are definitely going to be different people in front of the camera, in front of us, but different people behind all of the glam and music industry thing. So the thing that just hurts me the most is that I'm an VIP myself, and to just see seungri just completely putting dirt on Big Bang's name is just suffocating. Because Big Bang, the 4 other members are good people, and yeah, of course, they also did bad things in the past, but these things they did themselves, and they were responsible for just themselves, and they're also trying to be better. But when you see how Seungri handled all of this, you can clearly see that he doesn't care, that he doesn't really care about raping these girls and being a part of assaulting these girls. He lied. He lied the entire time until there was finally proof, and until he couldn't lie anymore, and he knew that he couldn't lie anymore. But all the other members that were also involved in scandals and in a few from a few years ago, they actually confessed, and they actually said how sorry they are. And even when you see DOP being in his own scandal that was a few years ago, you can clearly see how it affects him till now. When you see Seungri actually addressing all of this, I don't see any feelings in his eyes. Like, I feel like he just doesn't care. And I feel like he just thinks this is a whole game and this is a whole joke, but it isn't. Also, to hear about John Hyung talking about taking these videos of girls, and that he even confessed that he actually thought that it was a game for him. The woman even asked him, begged him to delete these videos, and he made a joke out of it. He made fun of it. Do you think that's human in any way? I don't think it is. And I still to this point can't believe how people still like their fan base and people who actually left them and all, who how they can still support him. Like them. Like I can't really get my head around this. I can't. And I'm so hurt, and I feel so much sadness and so much hurt for these girls. And there are no words that can describe the cruelty they went through. The last thing that I want to stress is that Big Bang actually warned Seungri about his fake friends and about all of his business outside of the music industry. And a few years ago, I think. And now looking back at it, it's just so heartbreaking, kind of, because Seungri is the magnate of Big Bang, and they just wanted to help him, and they wanted to give him a lot of advice, telling him that's not a good thing to do, and that all these friends that he had were just using him for his fame and for his money. And Seungri even being stubborn and saying that he is old enough to make his own decisions and that he doesn't need their help just shows the relationship between both both sides. Big Bang even I think indirectly said in a lot of jokes and in a lot of broadcasting shows that they are not really close to seungri outside of their group and outside of their producing of music. And to be honest, I always felt like that they weren't as close, that there were also a lot of jokes going around and a lot of, haha, we love each other so much. Like, I kind of got that vibe that those four weren't as close with seungri as they were close with each other. And to just see that, I'm kind of glad because that means that Big Bang didn't know a lot about what happened, and they just knew that something was going on and something bad was going on. They wanted to help them, but that also means that they were innocent. And I really, really believe that they were innocent, and I really just want the best for them because they don't deserve this. And I know that a lot of VIPs were so ready for the comeback that it was coming soon, and not to look at all of this, it would be really unfair if YG decides to disband them just because of seungri. But I don't think there's any other choice if you're just looking at it on a logical and point of view. That it's of course it is undeniable that it's hard to say if they are going to continue as a group without him. That's actually everything I wanted to say. As I already said, all my sources that I used and all the sources I think are reliable and trustworthy are in the description. There are a lot, so just Google yourself, try to do your own research, but of course you can also use my sources that I used. I think this case is still not over. I think there are still a lot of names that are going to come out. I want to tell you all to be strong, and I know it's hard, and I know you'll never know which names can come out and which idols are actually betrayed us. But I want you to be strong. I want you to make your own opinion. Also in this video, even though I stated my own opinion, I think you should actually do your own you should actually form your own opinion, and you should actually think about yourself. This was just a little bit of a help, a little bit of a rant, and hopefully you guys understood this whole situation a little better, and I will see you guys very soon.
You and I 約束は守れないだから君のために蹴るそれだけの